Welcome to the garage. It's nice, so I've got sun in my eyes here. It's a nice bright sunny morning. It's a little bit chilly. It's going to be a quick video about lining up your bulkhead with your tub, getting your door gaps right. It's a real sort of, it's something I always notice on any vehicle, but especially on Land Rovers. I don't know why. It's something that really just door gaps not quite not right, not even, and the swage line on the top of the curve on the top of the door not lining up with the tub. So yeah, I thought I'd do a quick video on how I'm going to line these door gaps up on here. And it's a really simple process. All you need is a couple of bits of wood and a bit of string. So a couple of screws. Right. In fact, actually, what I can probably do, if I spin you around there like that, on this door, the door measures in, it's just a smidgen over 34 inches. Now I've had a look online, and apparently an acceptable door gap for a Land Rover is between 7 and 11 millimetres, which is a pretty substantial door gap. Yeah, that much door gap. Wow. Right, so what I've done basically to do this, double check that, 34, smidgen over 34 inches. So if we spin around there, if you can see that. So what I've done is I've cut two bits of wood at 34 and a half. Bang on 34 and a half. And using the holes that are there to rivet the door seal on, I've put a screw through, top and bottom. So now you know the top and the bottom are 34 and a half inches, which is going to give you a 1/4 inch door gap either side. And 1/4 inch door gap is just a little over 5 mil, probably about 7 mil. So yeah, it's really as simple as that. There's no great deal of detail to go into. This bit of string, what's tightened on properly, it's stretched a bit, lines up there, and when you've got it on, what you want is just so it's not tight on there. It's just literally just resting. You pull your string tight, and it's just touching that, just resting on it. If it's tight on there, then it means something's out of line, or if it's not touching it at all, if it's up here. So I'm not 100% sure. Let me get you in a better position. Look, I'm no expert cameraman. Yeah, go down a bit. There you go. I'll pull that again. Watch out for my screws sticking out. Could have done with some smaller ones. Obviously if it's up like that, or if it's coming down here like that, then it's out of line. The only real adjustment you've got height wise up and down is the tub. You've got a little bit of adjustment on the front of the tub, but yeah. And on this side, same again, just wants to be resting on there, not tight on there. And you should be pretty good for your doors then, to line your doors up. I'm going to order a new door for this side. The door I've got, I'll show you in a minute, is pretty good, but I haven't got time for messing around, and I'm just going to order a new one, and I'll go and pick it up tomorrow. It's only 7 miles away from my house, so I'll save that door for another project when I've got a bit more time. But yeah, that's it, 34 and a half. That'll give you 1/4 inch gap all the way around. Right, I'll show you this door. This door, it's the original door for the Land Rover, and the skin is near perfect. There's barely a few scratches, but barely a dent on it anywhere. In fact, I don't think there are any. But the frame, I'll spin it round, although it's in good shape for a 40-year-old Land Rover, I've got some rust treatment going on there. I'm not sure if you can even see properly. The lighting is, I'm still messing around. If you excuse the garage, I'm still swapping everything around, so The frame, as you can see, needs that bit replacing or repairing. The bottom corners are really going, so this bottom bit of frame really wants doing. Same on that corner, and it's just a time issue basically. I'm running a bit behind time, and so what I'm going to do is put this door into storage. I'll order a new one for that and go and pick that up. I'll put this door into storage, and when I've got the spare time, I'll repair this one and get this one looking mint for the next project that comes along. Yeah, I'm running a bit low on time. I've got a customer vehicle coming in. I need to try and make some room for that. That's it's got engine problems. It's had a rebuilt engine in there last year, but he's had it sat over winter, and he's running it without no antifreezing, so the water's frozen up and it's cracked the block. As soon as you try and fill it, blew a core plug out, and as soon as you try and fill the radiator up, the water's going straight into the sump and coming up out the dipstick. So yeah, that's knackered. I've got a spare engine block in there, so I'll build him up a new one. Like I said, it's a rebuilt engine that he's got, so I'm hoping. Yeah, it's got all the brand new injectors in there, rebuilt pump. I'm not sure if it's had a camshaft and stuff like that, so all that'll still be good. Take all that out, and it's just literally got a crack in the block. But because they're cast iron blocks, you can't really repair them. But unfortunately, so plus they're usually awkward to get into. It's cracked down actually inside there somewhere. You'll never get in to repair it anyway. And the cost of repairing it and the cost of buying a second-hand engine, it's just easier and quicker to buy an engine. But yeah, that'll be here in a couple of weeks, so I might do a quick video on that. It might, it's as far as we know, it's the block. It could be the head, or something. It could even just be the head gasket, I don't know. Until I get it in bits, there's no real way of knowing. But yeah, that'll be a future video anyway. What else was I going to talk about? That's about it really. Yeah, I haven't really made much progress on anything over the weekend. It's I've just had a steady weekend. I'm sure there was something I was going to say, but I can't remember what. If it comes to me, I'll do it in the next video. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before I do another video because, like I said, I'm moving. I had everything in the. In fact, what I'll do, I had all these tools. There was in the concrete garage over there, and I'm swapping everything around, moving everything. It's just too dark in there, too dark, dull, dingy, and depressing. So I'm going to make better use of my space, and yeah, bring a lot of stuff in there. So it's absolute carnage in there at the minute. Everything's upside down all over the place. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot easier working in here now. We've got all that space to work on. So the only problem obviously it's going to be doing if I'm doing paint stuff and stuff like that, I'm going to have to sheet everything up. But I've got some big tarpaulin sheets, and what I'm probably going to do is fasten one up to the roof somehow so I can just drape it down there. I've got some sheets that cover the Land Rover and stuff like that, so everything will be properly covered and we'll be good to go. Another quick thing that I'll mention is these. I did them in a previous video, mentioned about the threads on there. I've had a couple of suggestions on different sort of acid things and stuff like that, different treatments. There's a guy on YouTube, Dinglezilla. He's mentioned just leaving that end in some white vinegar. Always try the cheapest option first, and I'm curious if it'll work. Apparently it dissolves, white vinegar dissolves zinc, so just dangle that end in. So I'll do that, I'll set that up for the next video, and we'll do a little experiment and see whether it's going to work to try and save the threads on there. I did have some spares, which I will try and show you. And what I've done, we'll get you into there. Look. What I've done is I've cleaned them up, and I've used a zinc spray, galvanising spray that to cover them, just to save the threads. Get into focus, 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 focus. There we go. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I need to go and pick up some white vinegar. You know, always try the cheapest options first. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll put a little video on the end of this video. I'll put another video on the end. My little lad wanted to do a little video, so you're going to get a little treat of Jensen, 3-year-old, do some dancing around the garage. He loves it. What can I say? That boy absolutely creases me up every day. Yeah, so you'll get an added bonus on the end of this video. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz, all that. And yeah, I'll see you soon with another update. See you guys.